Alright, some other functions is this right here. That'll slot in here. Perfect. And essentially what that's going to accomplish in the future is there'll be a shorter spar of this, and it'll connect, it'll screw in here, right here, and then that'll strengthen the entire part, and it'll connect to a bottom layer that is basically a second version of this, kind of like how it's said here. And then this part will be replaced with one of these, or one of these right here. And then I redesigned, you see right here, the coaxial system is kind of shoddy, to say the least. From the ground up, I redesigned a coaxial system that fits this this aluminum spar right here, like pretty much to spec. And this isn't going anywhere. Like, if I was to break this apart, well, if I was to take this apart, like, there's screws that go into the into the aluminum spar, and then there's the cap plate and the bottom plate, and that attaches to these big motors right here. So I'm using the Banshee 3120, and then the SurpassHobby 3115. Yeah, and then so this assembly alone should give me about 10 kilograms of thrust, or about, let's see, that's roughly 22 pounds of thrust coming from this one thing. And I plan to have 3 of them on each hand, 3 of these on each hand, and then I'm going to use one of these and then one of these guys. So that'll give me about 7 kilos of thrust, and I'm gonna have those on the bottom part. So it's gonna be 10, 10, 10, and then 7, 7, 7. That equals about, let's see, 30, and then 21, so about 51 kilos of thrust, or about 110 pounds, give or take. Yeah, 110, 115, close around that range. And that will allow me to be able to put out 220 pounds of thrust, and that should simulate the moon jump, essentially, that I've been trying to accomplish. That's why it's called the Apollo Gauntlet. I love punny names like that. But yeah, this application should fit for what I'm trying to accomplish. This one's a little coggy. That's why I had to this is why I decided to opt for this, using a bigger motor, because these, see, if you hear this cogging, old motors. See, that's the sound that you should be wanting.